Hey guys, if you are in the US, you can expect to play Black Ops 4 Thursday evening, depending on what time zone you're in. So California, it's gonna be 9 p.m. Central Time is 11 p.m. and then midnight for Eastern. However, there is a way to play 18 hours early. So for me, Central Time in the US, instead of playing at 11 p.m. at night, I'll be playing at 6 a.m. that morning on Thursday, so 18 hours earlier. People have been doing this method for the last few years with Call of Duty, and it's pretty easy to set up, but there's a few things you need to know if you actually want to do this. I spent some time trying to pinpoint the easiest method for this, and I decided to go ahead and make a video and show you guys. If you are in the US and you do this method, you can download right now. You can see my game downloaded earlier, and it started out with 18 gigabytes and then went to 51 gigabytes. And depending on how fast your internet is how fast it will go. And mine was about an hour. Right before I made this video, I recorded how much time I have left to be able to play. And on the early account, I have 1 day, 17 hours. And if I go look at my later account, I have to wait 2 days and 10 hours. The first thing you need to do to set this up is create a new user on PlayStation. Now, I'm doing this on PlayStation. I have not tried Xbox. Their settings might be a little bit different, and I don't know anything about some of their restrictions. So select new user and then go to the bottom right here and select new to PlayStation Network and create an account. It's going to take you to this screen, and you want to select New Zealand as your country or region, English language, and then put any date of birth that you want. Make sure you're at least 18 and then select next. On the next screen, you can use these locations for City of Johnsonville, the State of Wellington, and a postcode of 6004. The next screen is going to ask for an email address. You need to have one already set up that's not assigned already to a PlayStation account. You also need to have access to this email address because you're going to have to go into it and verify this email address. And that verification process you'll have to do after just a couple of more screens. The next screen wants you to enter in a profile ID. So you can put anything in and, first name, last name, and then hit next. The next few screens are going to ask you about settings for your personal information. You can just keep hitting next. Then you can accept the terms. Next screen, just hit next. And then the one after that is where you have to verify the email address. Best thing to do here is say you cannot verify. So click on that and then resend the email, and you should get it in your email inbox immediately after that. You can just click on the verify now. Once you do that, it will immediately verify it in the PlayStation console. Then click on already verified and it should accept it. The next screen, you just want to say do this later. The next screen wants a phone number. You don't have to do that. You can say do this later, and then you can skip the PlayStation Plus, because if you have an account already that has PlayStation Plus, then you don't have to worry about getting it for this account. You will have online access when the game does release. The next screen will say you're done, and you can click OK. And at this point, you would want to go and pre-order the game. But there's another step that you need to do before you can do that. Also, I'd just like to say that yes, you do have to buy the game with this account. You cannot buy it on another profile from another country and try to use it on this New Zealand account. It will not work. When you go into the PlayStation Store and find the version that you want and you go to purchase it, you hit accept and continue, and then it wants you to choose a payment method. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky for US residents. If you want to use a credit or debit card, they ask you for an address and they force you to put in a New Zealand address, and then it doesn't match the bank card, so it typically will kick it and it won't work. For the PayPal option, you have to have a New Zealand PayPal account, and not many people have those. You can set one up, but it's still not going to work. It will error on you. So the last option is to redeem codes and gift cards, and that does work, but these gift cards for PlayStation Store are region locked, meaning you have to have one from New Zealand. You cannot use PlayStation gift cards that are purchased from the US or UK or anywhere else. It has to be specifically New Zealand. And I'll show you guys the method for getting a New Zealand PlayStation gift card. Now, you may have a buddy that lives in New Zealand that can just go to the Walmart or something, if they have those, and get you a gift card. But if you don't, here's another method. There's a website you can go to called ePay Gift Station, and I'll have this link down in the description. Once you get to this site, you need to register and create an account. The registration button is up at the top right, and then you're going to see this right here. I would recommend putting in your real first and last name and a real email address that they can contact you with. You can put a phone number in and then your password and click I'm not a robot and then hit register. It's going to take you to this screen right here, and just go up to the top and hit buy gift cards, and then on the left you can see gaming Gaming. Click on that, and then you'll see the PlayStation Store gift card right there. Click that. You're going to have to buy multiple gift cards to equal the value of Black Ops 4. And this currency that you're seeing here is New Zealand dollar. This is not US dollar amounts. To be able to buy the Black Ops 4 through the New Zealand PlayStation Store, you need 109 New Zealand dollars. And so that means you're going to have to get two $50 cards and then also a $30 card. And this $109 option in the PlayStation Store that you see on the left is the base game. It's the one without any additional content whatsoever. You're going to end up needing to buy $130 of New Zealand dollars in these PlayStation gift cards, and that's going to equal 84 US dollars. So yes, you're going to have to spend a little bit extra to be able to do this, and that's the downside to this. Plus, if you've already bought the game, you're going to have to buy it again, so that's another downside. But if you want to do the method, what you need to do is select one of the $30 cards and choose digital delivery and then add to cart. Then you need to go add 2 more cards, so hit continue shopping and go over to the left and hit gaming again, and then go back to the PlayStation Store card. Then select the $50 amount, hit digital delivery, add to cart again, repeat the process, go to continue shopping, down to gaming, back to the PlayStation Store, another $50 New Zealand dollar card, digital delivery, select that, and then add to cart, and you're done. So again, you can see the total amount is 130, and that is New Zealand dollars. That's actually really 84 US dollars that you'll be spending. The next part, when you hit continue, wants you to put in a shipping address. Now this isn't important because you're not gonna have anything shipped to you. And I spoke to this company on the phone, and they let me know an address that I could use and that would work. You wanna enter in your name, which you already did when you signed up, and the address you can use is 173 Park Road, Flat 2, Johnsonville, Wellington, and then the postal code is 6004. Once you have that filled out, you can click Save Address, and it's going to take you to the screen to show you what you're actually buying. And you should have one $30 digital delivery PlayStation Store card, and then 2 of the 50, again, New Zealand dollar digital cards. Again, make sure it says digital. It's easy to accidentally click the courier or to have it delivered, so always double check that. So hit continue, and then you're going to be in the billing info section. Again, I spoke to the customer service rep at this company, and I said, listen, I live in the US and I'm trying to buy these cards from New Zealand, and it's forcing me to put in a New Zealand address along with the billing information. And she said, just use the address for the shipping information as the billing information. And she gave me that flat 2 address in Johnsonville. And when I did that, yeah, it did work. The next option to be able to move forward and obtain these cards is that you do need to have access to a credit card. You're not able to use the bank transfer method because you probably don't live in New Zealand, and it's for New Zealand customers only. I will warn you about using a bank card or debit card for this, which you have to do. You might want to call your bank and let them know you're about to make a purchase in New Zealand, because it's possible that they may shut down your card because they're going to think somebody stole it and ran off to New Zealand and is buying stuff. It really depends on the level of protection that you have on your cards. For my bank, they watch everything. If there's any small move outside of what I normally do, they are calling me and letting me know. So go ahead and select credit card, Visa, MasterCard, and then hit continue. It's going to take you to the order review. You should again double check to make sure these are all digital and not courier delivered. Select place order, and it's going to take you to the screen where you can enter in your credit card number, the expiration date, and then the code that's on the back. If you've done all this correctly, you can hit pay, and it will say that it was a successful transaction. If it says that the bank card was declined, then it's possible that your bank flagged it for unusual activity, and you'll need to call them and let them know, but I would, recommend you do that before you try this. If all goes well, you'll receive 3 different redeem codes for the 3 different cards that you purchased, and they're going to send them to the email address that you used to sign up with. There's one other thing that's really important. You may get these codes immediately, or you may not. It may take a few hours or even a day, and it depends on when their offices are open. Now they're on New Zealand time, which is 18 hours ahead, and they're open from 8:30 to 5. I'm making this video right now. It's about 3 p.m. for me, and in New Zealand it's 9 a.m. So it's a really good time to do this because it gives them the whole day to process this and send you the codes. If it's been a few hours and you don't see the codes in your email account, you can certainly call them. Now it may cost you a lot of money to call them, and to be able to call New Zealand, you need to dial 01164 and then the rest of those digits. digits to contact them. The first PlayStation card I ordered from them, I waited a whole day and didn't get it. And then I called them and said, I don't have it yet. And they sent it immediately when I called them. The next time I ordered one, they sent it immediately. So it can definitely vary. But once you do get all 3 cards, you can go to the PlayStation Store through that New Zealand account that you created and go to redeem codes and then enter in those 3 different codes. It'll put 130 New Zealand dollars into your wallet. You can go ahead and buy the version that you want, and you can see the wallet up there. It's got all the money in it. So you just pre-order and pay. And then once you get to the next screen, you can see that, yep, it was purchased, it all went through, and you can download it. So if you're in the US and you do this method, then you can expect to play very early Thursday morning. So in California Pacific time, you're going to play at 4 a.m. For Central time, it is 6 a.m. And for the East Coast and Eastern time, you can play at 7 a.m. Thursday morning. But I hope this helped you guys out, and we'll see you next video.
Thank you for watching Glitching Queen's video. Hoorah!